that is used to reverse the function, so that whenever I need to do any of these operations, I just directly call the function and get the output.
So how do you decide when to split code into multiple files?
Okay. How do I decide when to split the code into multiple files? Okay. So basically, this is also to support the modularity. We can say, as when I let's say I am using different classes in C++, and when I know that I can put a class or a related class that has the same kind of functionality, that provide the same kind of functionality to the user, into a file, so that I can just include that file in my main CPP, and I can just use that class and create its object and forward with it. Yeah.
To write the code for it, so given a non-negative integer n, compute the factorial using recursion.
Okay.
Okay, not the plain program, but using recursion function you have to write.
Okay.
If your input should be 5, your output should be 1.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
You can write your
Okay.
code, okay? Write your code.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a non-negative integer. I have to compute its factorial. Factorial is basically, let's say I have sample is 5. So factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So this is my, okay. So I'll just define a function factorial, which takes an input as a number, and it returns fact, I say. And what is fact here? Fact here is, I can say it in fact is equals to 1 initially. Okay, fact is initial is 1. So what I have to do is I need to get the fact multiplied by this. Okay, so I can try as fact equals, I need to introduce a base condition, but I'll do it later. First, I'll try to write the logic. So fact is equals to my factorial function n into factorial function of n minus 1. Okay, so I'll return. Okay, this is it. Okay, I don't need to get a separate value. I can just put it here. Okay, now I have to introduce my best condition. If n is less than or equals to 1, then it will return n. It will return n. Then I can see if my function is into value is equals to, I can just go with factorial, and let's say I have to calculate a factorial of 5. Yeah. Should I run it?
Yeah, once
Okay,
you're
what I
done,
did,
you run the code.
run to try some mark. Okay, what did I do?
Let me check, let me reset, okay? Let me run the code.
Sorry.
Can you write it in the C program?
Yeah.
Okay, do one thing, Chahak. Okay, just do you have any, compiler in your system, Chahak?
I have Visual Code.
Visual Code. So do you run the C++ program over there? Yes.
Yeah, if it's okay if I go
Yes,
and open it.
you can just do share your screen, okay? And then open it. Chahak, okay?
What I can do?
There is a option to share the screen, okay?
Share the screen. Right. Stop the screen. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so what's happening here, I think maybe I have wrote the wrong base condition. So the recursion is looping out infinitely. So I have just find out that. So can I use paper and pen if that's okay?
Okay, all right. Just
It's okay, all right. I'll just try doing it here. It's all right. Yeah. I have 5. What I'm doing is n less than equal to 1, then return. So mera bhi n is less than or equal to 1. So what I will do, I'm doing f of fi into f4, fi into f4, and fi leads me to f4 star f3, and f4 leads me to f3 star f2. Okay, like that. So basically 4. I should take, I guess, if I take s long is equals to 5, is that a problem? Well, I can use it. That should not be the problem, but let's check it out. Sorry, what I'm doing. Okay, it's still recursion problem. Okay, and is less than
Okay.
equals to 1. Yeah.
Just let me know if I should get to the next question or you need some time.
Yeah, can I just first try doing it without recursion, then I'll go with the recursion. Yeah.
Okay.
I should use value. Why is happening? C variable set not, but not used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can just, yeah, I have to see out the value.
Okay, with
120.
normal
Okay.
program it's coming. Okay. The factorial,
Yeah.
there's a problem. Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll just okay, can check your condition later, maybe. Okay. We'll go to the next question for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so just tell me about the object-oriented programming, some concepts.
Okay, so object-oriented programming is like a way of doing the programming where that introduces us to some concepts like polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance. So it makes our program more efficient and more readable.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about the, some abstracts, encapsulation, polymorphism, little bit, one, two line.
Okay, so polymorphism is basically having a same basically is having a different kind sorry is basically having different functionality with the same generic name, we can say. So the polymorphism is achieved via it is of two types, basically dynamic and static, and we can achieve the static one using the operator overloading and the function overloading, where we can use yeah, that much only. Then I won't go into more details. And the function, this dynamic one is achieved using the function overriding. And now we have encapsulation. Encapsulation basically means having the data and the functions that do operation with that data into the same place. We packed up it into the same place that we can say as a class. Class has some variables and some functions that operate on those data members. And then we have abstraction. Abstraction means just hiding the implementation and just showing the user that is useful for it and hiding all the complexity. So user can directly use the functions or the properties without going into the implementation or depth.
So is the pointer, what is the difference between the pointer and reference?
Okay. So pointer is basically a variable that points to a memory address, and the reference is alias to a variable. Pointer has its own memory address, but the reference does not have its own memory address. It has the same address as the variable it is referring to. And the pointer can be we can assign the pointer or initialize the pointer as null, but we cannot initialize the reference as one and reference as null. And it is mandatory to initialize the reference, and it is not mandatory to initialize a pointer, but it is suggested because it may end up into being a while pointer.
So is the difference between the pass by value and pass by reference?
Pass by value and pass by reference. Okay, so okay, the pass by value. Let's say I have a function in which I pass a parameter by its value. Then what happens? It when the function is called, the copy of that variable is created and used inside the function. But when I pass a parameter as a reference, that how what will happen? It will pass the original memory address so that we can work on that memory address directly. It avoids the copy. So of course the reference is comparatively fast than pass by value.
Hmm. So what
But
happens if you delete a pointer twice? Any idea?
okay, yeah, when I delete a pointer twice, it ends up being a dangling pointer because it ends up being a dangling pointer. It can lead to crash. Because why? Because let's say I have allocated a memory in heap and then I have deleted the pointer, then that memory is free. And now I'm trying to delete a memory. Then when I try to delete that again, pointer again, then I'm trying to delete a memory that has already been freed up. I do not have access to it. So it will lead to crash.
Okay, and you have explained the dangling pointer, right? Okay,
Yeah.
right. So have you worked with the Linux system?
A little bit, not much. I have much of my experience in Windows. But yeah, I have a little bit introduction of Linux.
So do you know what is the Linux and how it is different from the Windows?
Yeah, Windows is basically a UI intensive OS platform, and the
Mm-hmm.
Linux is properly command based. It's a command line interface. It has a command line interface.
Okay. Anything else?
Anything else is
Open source.
yeah, of course. Linux is open resource and Windows is not. Yeah.
So what happens when a disk becomes 100% full? How would you troubleshoot?
What happens when a disk becomes 100% full? Okay. How do you troubleshoot?
Mm-hmm.
Are we referring it in terms of a program when a program is running and we have the error of a stack overflow?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happens then? How do I troubleshoot? Okay. So basically, mm, I use Profiler to see. I can use Visual Studio Profiler, where from which I can get like what is that part of the code which is taking the most of my value, and I can then synchronize my. I can then what should I use the term? Then I can like narrow down the area that is causing the that overflow error, and I can check out for heap corruptions, memory leaks in that area. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So how do you find the which process is the consuming the most CPU? This from the process perspective. Okay. Let's say your CPU usage is 100%.
okay, so I can go to the task manager and check the CPU utilization process wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then after you find out that your process, this process, XYZ process consuming the most CPU, then what will you do? Will you kill the process or
If my system is not working, if my system is not working, it is hanging, then of course I have to kill it. But if it is a little bit responsive, then I'll try to do profiling on that process and find out why it is taking this much of memory and identify all the memory leaks and the corrections for, and I will take the measures to correct it.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'll just give you a coding question. You can just remove it. Okay. Remove the code and maybe integer main is okay. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes. I'm preparing the question.
Yeah. I was just checking my earbuds. Actually, it can get disconnect. That's why I'm checking again and again.
No. No.
Sorry for that.
Okay. I'll just give him the question, coding question. Just go through it. Okay. This is not the big questions. Examples making it look big. Okay. The question is three line.
Okay. I am given an array and an integer sum. Check if there is a triplet in the array which sums up to the given target sum.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can read the
So I
examples.
okay, yeah. So which sums up to the given target sum. Okay. Triplets. Array is one. Okay. Target is 13. So in this array, the sum could lead to okay, 8, 4, and 1. Okay, 1, 4, and 8. The triplet is 1, 4, 8. Okay. The output should be in order.
No, doesn't matter. 841.
It doesn't matter. Okay. I have 1, 4, 8, and the explanation is the triplet is 1, 4, 8 sums up to 13. Okay.
Another
Uh,
example also. Yeah, you can check.
1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 7. Target is 10. I have 7 and 3. I also have another triplet 1, 3, 6, and 1, 2, 7.
You can return anything. Okay, any either.
A Chinese
Either.
either I can return. Okay.
Yeah.
The triplets and just both sum to 10. No triplets and there is sum to 24. Output is blank array. So I have to first return the output in the form of array. The one thing. Second, I have target. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Start your.
Yeah, I'll just go through the question while writing some code. I can break it down properly. Okay. I have an array. Empty. Okay. Hmm. I can just define a array, or should I take the input also?
No, you can just take directly the input, okay? Like this, I have given. You can take the first one or second one maybe. 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 7, then target 10. Then you find me the pair, okay? Just like that also you can take. No need to take the input from the user. Okay, you can directly assign the value. You can copy
Okay.
also. You can copy also from the left side. There it is.
Okay. Okay. Then I can call a function as we'll push color differently, I guess. Okay, I'll find out. Um, I have an array and I have size. Let's say I have 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. So what do I have to do? I can either use nested for loop so that in one iteration I take an element, but I have to take 3 for that. I cannot do that. That will be very extensive. So to find a triplet, 1, 3, 6. Okay, 1, 3, and 6. Okay, how do I find it? Should I submit? No, I cannot submit. Find the triplet 1, 3, 6. Okay. Can I keep? Or I have to pass the target to. Okay. Yeah. So can I move forward, like I can use the target and keep subtracting the value until it gets 0? The case you.
Approach can be anything you wish. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have the array and I have the size and I have a target. So I can subtract. Okay, I'll just go with the brute force, then I'll try to optimize it. Okay, so I have one items and size and item space. And what will happen here? In the first iteration, what I can do is I can use target. Let's first store targeting something temporary. So my target does not get modified. And I have my temporary here variable. So what I can do is I can just take temporary and I can subtract. I can subtract my array of I. Okay. This is the first element. Now 10 10 में से अगर मैंने 1 subtract किया तो I'll get 9. So I have to use 3 loops. So let's, for now I should use, then I'll check j is equals to, I have gone with the 0. So I should initialize with it as I plus 1. And I have j less than similar size. And I have j plus plus. Okay. What I'll do here, I'll just use the temp again and I'll subtract the array of j here. So Hmm. I think I should introduce a condition here. Okay, I'll do that later. अगर अब I have subtract कर दिया. Okay, then I have to use another one. 10 minus 1. 1 minus this. Okay, and just in k is equals to j plus 1. Okay, I have this. And what I will do again, I have to use array of k. Okay, and now I have to check if temp is equals to 0. This condition of temp is equals to 0. Okay, I haven't stored the index. How would I store the data element that has sum up to temporary? No, this thing I cannot do. No, I do have access to IJK, right? I do have access to IJK. The t is equal temporary is equal to 0, so I can just for now I'm just printing IJK. This is a function. What I'm doing wrong. Zero, 1, and 3. No, it's wrong. Okay, what could I do is मैंने यहाँ पे temporary में target डाला. Then मैं I0 से I तक I'm iterating. 1 से 7 तक I'm iterating, but I'm doing this 1, 1. I'm doing this. Target क्या है? That I have already defined actually. Target and 10. So 1 से 7 से I'm iterating, and what I'm doing is I'm doing 10 minus 1. That would lead me 9. And for that 9, what I'm doing is I'm subtracting 9. So I'm subtracting 9. Let's say I'm subtracting 2, and I'll get 7. And then what I'm doing is 3 plus 1. I'm starting. So I'll do it at 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4 equals to 3. So this won't work. So what will happen? यहाँ से change होगा. 7 minus 4. सबसे पहले I'll minus 7 minus 3 and see if it happens. No. I'll minus 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6, and it won't work. And what I'm doing is 7 minus 7 is leading me to 0. So what I am using 1, 2, and 7. So what I'm doing wrong? Temp is equals to 0. I is 0 हो गया. So see out I, J, and K. Now I'm getting 0 and 3. Okay. 0 plus 1 and 1 plus 1, 2. So I should temp equals to 0. No, I have to do it here only. क्योंकि for the first time मेरा टाइम 0 was, I have to check it for the first time itself कि I have to check it for the first time itself कि C out is I, J and K. C out I 0. Okay, what is my output? 0, 1, 3. 0. Oh my god, what I'm outputting. Sorry, I'm so sorry. C out array of I, array of J and array of K. I'm getting 1, 2, 3. I'm a little bit nervous, that's why I cannot think straight.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
should I go to next question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can just try. Okay, you can check more about question like this. Okay. Okay. And also, how many loops you have used for the check? Okay,
I
do you
have
know the
used
time complexity?
video. It is of n cube.
Hmm.
Big of n cube. I should use optimized.
All right, fine. So, let us just keep it. Let's see. Okay. So this one is easy. Find the second largest number in the array. Okay. You can modify this code. You can remove few. Yeah, this is the last question. Write it quickly. Okay?
Yeah. I'm trying to do it quickly. 15. I have. Okay, so I have a larger number and larger set. I just gonna everybody to initialize, and I'll have the second. I have to keep track of largest and the second largest. In order to find second largest, I have to keep track of largest. So int number. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just use icon 0 innocent size and I'll remove it. Okay, so this isn't my sorted array. Okay. So what I'll see if my element at the first index is greater than the largest, अगर है वो greater than largest, so I largest में I'll store area of I. Okay, it will by default store the first element. Then second would be area of I. Okay, second largest will be the same number. Can I say if my array has only one element, the largest and second largest is the same number?
That can happen. If it is the same number, it's a one number, right? Yeah, one number will be. Yeah, then you should actually ignore if it is a one number. Okay. But yeah, that logic, that check, for now you don't need to write. Okay. Just consider it is a more than two element. Okay.
Okay. Hmm. So largest मैंने 8 में डाल दिया and I would say okay, just do it जब यही करते हो then I'll check other case else if this is my first scenario, 8 is to 5. First time my largest will go by default area of I is greater than my second largest is minimum only. So I could say so now just try to write it down. Okay. So I have a area of I. So this is for the first time. First time my largest is 8. Second time, fifth time, 5 आएगा. So 5 is not less than 8. 5 is not greater than 8. So what I will do, I will just store. I will check if it is greater than second. That is my minimum. If it is greater than second and it should not be equal. It should not be equal to my largest. Then I can say should not be equal to largest and I can say my second largest is this number. Now I'll just check whatever I need to handle more. 8 is to 5, 8 and 5. Let's say I have area 8 of 8 and 5. I'll see largest is into minimum. Let's say it minus 1. Okay. So my 8 is greater than minus 1. True. Largest is area of 5 and second largest I've also initialized it to the 8 only. And what is happening is I'm checking if okay this one is done for first and second condition for the second element is 5. This would be 5. 5 is greater than 8. No. So it will go into this and it will check it is greater than second, which is minimum. No, which is not minimum. This should be wrong. It should kept minimum. Okay, so it is minimum. So in this case, क्योंकि मुझे एक लार्जर एलिमेंट मिला तो मेरे को ट्राई करना पड़ेगा लास्ट लार्जेस्ट का. So I'm using the second here. And if I'm checking AI is greater than second, then okay, 5. 5 is greater than minimum, true, and 5 is not equals to 8. Then second is A of I. And I can return second. I'll just try run and find the edge cases. So what I've done is, A will not return this code. Sorry. It's all right. I can just see out for now, and I can just avoid. Okay, int minimum is not there. So, then I have a question. Is that this array is a non-negative?
Non-negative, let's say.
Yes, I can just initialize this -1. Oh god, this is something negative value. Okay, why it happened? I'll just find out. I have 10, 5, 20, 15. 10 के लिए I what I will do? 10 is greater than -1, true. Second is -1, and largest is 10. N is equals to 5. L is equals to 5. Second के लिए that is 5. So 5 is greater than largest. No, second will be largest. No. So AI was greater than second, true. So largest is same. Largest isn't changed. And the second is 5. Okay, I got something. 15. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
So it
I
is
should
just
get. Yeah.
right. Okay. What is the time complexity of this code?
This will take. It is iterating the whole array, so it will take the big of the size of array.
N, right. And time space complexity?
Space complexity would be space complexity would be just this two. It will take the space of two integers.
Let's say we have more 20 and 20. Hopefully, I think it will return 15 only. Let's see. Yeah, 15 only. Okay, and let's say we have more. Yeah, more 15 means it returns still 15 only, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Okay, alright, that's it from my end for now, Chak. Okay, I'll set the feedback with the team. Just work more on the recursion, okay, and the deeper, right? Some triplets
Yeah.
problem. I understand that the solve problem wise you can solve the basic problems and basic to medium problems you can solve, okay. But the hard
Yeah.
one you can try a little bit, okay? Or the recursion one. Recursion one is easy, but you can just try the
Yeah.
condition maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my end. Okay. Chak.
Okay. Any other feedback?
From the coding only, actually, this interviews from the actually C and C++ coding only mostly. From the conceptual wise, like oops, toops, all these things you are okay, not a problem. But you can check the troubleshooting approach, right? How to check the CPU, which process taking time, the command time. And see, most of some organizations working with the Linux command also, right? If you're working in the server, you will be dealing with the Linux only, right? Windows
Yeah.
is not the best fit for the server type of, So those
Okay.
type of you can check, okay. But yeah, that is the additional purpose. But coding wise, you can check this. That's whatever I said earlier. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you can drop.